So before we get too far into this episode, let's first of all just ignore the color and everything. I just ignore it. I think it'll go back to normal once they exit Mega War, but I probably copy and pasted the wrong thing, so we'll just ignore the color of that for right now. And you guys have spoken. You all have spoken. Your opinion matters. It's valuable. So it is time to change this to the name that you all voted for and seemed the most popular. Changing the Goldwoods to the Golden Valley. And I like it. I like the way it looks. It's aesthetically pleasing. It gets us a little bit away from the whole woods thing. But like I mentioned, you have the cliffs, and then you have the river valley of the Mander, and so you kind of have this space in between. And there's obviously the gold mine, so it all makes sense together in order to kind of flow effectively there. So today we are beginning kind of a new process. We've been focusing on the north for a little bit, and we also took this Kingdom of the Torrentine, so we kind of incorporated that into everything. And I need to sort out the border, or I need to sort out who's under what, because right now these guys are under me directly, and that's fine. I'm going to actually give them this High Lordship right here. I'm going to put that underneath them, and we're going to build from there. But I do need to deal with the fact that there is no House Dane. There's no great house down here, and we need to have a new great house. And so I think I'm going to dig into my bag of tricks here in just a minute. I'll explain everything that we're going to do with it in just a minute. But first, let's roll the intro really quick. This is what happens, kids, when you start messing with save game files. You end up with this. I didn't touch that, but for some reason that's what that is. So, I don't know. I don't understand it. Oh. God, I hate the way that looks. I'm not going to be able to ignore that now. I'm going to have to reload this whole save. Okay, and I'll explain to you why that's a daunting task right now. So essentially, I have in order to do the custom colors, I got to copy and paste it all and do the normal thing. Copy and paste the colors in, but I have to do it every single time I load the save. So I do it right before I load everything up. It's actually fairly quick. There's usually not that big of a deal going through it, but I don't know why that's the case, but it is. So yeah, I digress. There's quite a bit of issues. I don't know if it's because I don't know if I updated the game. I know that the new version that was just released of CK2 is incompatible with the mod, and I know that they're looking for testers to kind of, test the new version and all that kind of stuff, and so, maybe that has something to do with it, I don't know, but all I can say is that that's weird, this is all weird, I don't really know what to do, so I can actually jump into this guy and save it as something different. So I think what probably happened was it just didn't give it a custom name. Yeah, it probably just didn't give it a custom name. Whenever it looks like he just conquered it, maybe. Yeah, he just created that. Yeah, literally just a couple months before. So it probably just didn't give it a custom name, and he would be the claimant or whatever that usurped that title or created that title. That makes sense. Okay. So I'm less confused about it now. So it's not because I edited anything, it's because it just glitched out there a little bit. So again, the Rosewoods, I think it has to do with this war that's being fought somewhere along here. maybe, maybe not. Who's the High Lord here? Why are you part of the Bear Claw? That just doesn't make any sense. That's got to be like an inheritance thing. High Lordship of the Rose Road. That's what it is. Okay, so I got to fix that. And I'm going to give the High Lordship of the Rose Road back to Lord Paramount Adrian. The only thing that I would say is, let's see. Character info. Let's do that first. Let's do give title duchy. Is it the Rose Road, do you think? The Rose Road. 2. Number 100111751. Nope. It's not the Rose Road. It's gotta just be Rose Road, right? Nope. Well, what is it then? Rose Road, all one word. Of course it is. Because why wouldn't it be, right? There we go. That fixed it. Again, wish I could go back and give that the right custom color, and I will. Don't worry about it. I will. Now, I have a reference file that has all of those listed in there, and I just go in and copy and paste them. I must have just copied and pasted the one from the cliffs into the golden or the rosewoods here. So, yeah, I digress. Mega War should end pretty quickly for the Southwoods. They should come back into the fold. The Northwoods are still kind of in flux. I don't know if they're going to end up losing Moat Kalen. He's going to lose this war. I don't think there's any way he's going to win it. I don't know what'll happen to our good friend Lord Paramount Ned, but we'll figure it out whenever that time comes. I can't join his war because he's kind of locked in that whole Mega War thing. So let's turn off character info. I don't want to look too deeply at everybody. And so we have the giant, or giant, I say giant's really small actually. We have this little spot right down here where we're incorporating the Torrentine. And what I'm going to do is this is going to become a custom character. The thing is, I don't know which one yet. So probably it'll be an upgrade from a current High Lord. Will be made the Lord Paramount of the Torrentine, and they'll take over responsibilities down there, and then it will move. It'll behoove me to move somebody up into that spot, and so yeah, we'll cross that bridge. I think at the end of this episode, we'll go about dishing that out. But first, it makes more sense for us to. Yeah, they have their own. They're sworn directly to me. It's their own Lord Paramount down here. So it behooves us to go the next step, the next logical step, which is Vaith. And unfortunately, the dude will not accept an offer of vassalization. He's currently dealing with a slave raid. I think we would take a pretty big prestige hit. No, it's a piety hit for doing that. But we can drag and conquest it, which I think we'll do. I mean, that's the next logical step for us, is to do that. We have currently I think we have a truce with the North. You know what? We don't have a truce with the North. Because we declared war on the Neck. That was what it was. And we have this county that we actually want to get rid of. I actually want to go ahead and do that though. Let's see. And I want to take away that Kingdom of the Neck. Okay, so I have some administrative stuff to do basically before we get into this too deeply. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me take care of all that admin stuff, and then I'll jump back in and kind of explain what I did. And we're back. So basically what I've done is I've gone ahead and given away the county of Cherwell, just to be able to, like, it's an ugly border, I don't want it, and so I basically just gave it to whoever, you know, I wanted to, basically up there, a kind of a high lord in the north, basically. And then I also, so that narrows down the Kingdom of the Neck to Greywater Watch, and that title is destroyed now, so no worries there. It will remain the Kingdom of the Northwoods, but it gives Greywater Watch the opportunity to be under the High King for a little bit, while the Northwoods sorts out their whole crap. So, depending on what ends up happening with, you know, all of that, we have Greywater Watch under our command for right now. Not that they lend us any troops, you know. There's not a whole lot going on there in Greywater Watch right now. And I've also taken Old Stones, and I've gone ahead and gotten it back underneath who it's supposed to be. It was underneath somebody down here in the Silver Hills, and so it's now its own little entity under the High King for right now, until again the Northwoods sorts out their crap. So while we're getting all that figured out, that at least covers the administrative stuff. And so now I believe we can. I thought we had de jure ducal claims. We should. We don't. I don't know what happened to them. Maybe it's been 100 years and the drift has already happened? So basically we would need to claim the fingers and the sisters on our own then. But that actually makes the problem a little bit easier, because Vaith is the next logical choice. Vaith is where we will go next. So we're going to go ahead and declare war on Vaith as a dragon conquest. They will honor their obligations, and now begins the Song of War. Okay, so this is going to work pretty much how most of the typical strategies are going to be. The only problem is it's going to take us a minute to get down there, because it's a little bit of a long journey. We'll basically travel south through the Southwoods, through the Stormwoods, down here through the pass, and then over here to the east where Saltshore is. Hopefully, yeah, all of the Lords Paramount are going to be joining us, except for the cliffs, surprisingly, which is okay. I mean, there are worse things in the world, I suppose. And they might just surrender. Although I think the notification would have come up already if they would have done that. Word from Mistwood. Show me where that is. Huh. Here, a little county in Mistwood has taken up sides with the enemy. It's a little bit weird. We're getting a little bit laggy. Oh look, we have a High Valyrian that wants to come to court, but she's 75 years old. Her daughter would come with her, maybe. And she is a dragon rider. What dragon does that bring in? Mandiax. He's ugly, playful, and obedient. Man, that's tempting. She's unmarried, but it doesn't matter anyway. She's past the age of bearing children. You know, we had this conversation about maybe having the ability to, She's betrothed to this guy. I don't know if it's worth it. Our court's flooded enough as it is. I guess it does bring the potential, and we could always deny the betrothal once it happens. And she doesn't have to stay our Master of Whispers. I mean, Halman is our current Master of Whispers. 87, he'll only have a negative 15. I mean, and he's one of our courtiers, so I think the dragon's the most intriguing part. I mean, this is how we ended up getting a dragon in the first place. This exact event. I mean, we have a dragon now, but I mean, there can be a centralization of power if we have that. There could also be a pretty crazy, situation that happens if we end up with a couple of dragons in the wrong hands. Wow. This is a tough decision. Weak claim on the freehold of Valyria. That's hilarious. If we can put High Valyrian back in the bloodline, then maybe there's a chance that this is worth it. The only problem is that led to some deformed babies, which is, are we questioning, is that what we want? I know y'all are gonna give me crap about this. I know you all are going to, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to her. I'm going to say no to her only because of the potential issues it would have with the dragon coming. I was not anticipating that happening. And honestly, the fact that it did makes it a little bit difficult to deal with in the future, because now I've kind of set this precedent, which I don't want to have that precedent set, but yeah. It is what it is. Okay, here's something interesting. Your courtier, Walton, has arrived home from Bear Hall from his tour, and he seems shaken up. After visiting many exotic places, he arrived in Oros, and there got into a dispute with a local merchant. Apparently this led to Walton being kidnapped and suffering painful injuries at the merchant's command. He refuses to name this merchant. Wow. So Walton Glover, who I invited to court because he's strong, is now blinded. So that sucks. Yeah, that totally dismembers his marshal right there. The issue with foreign tours, I guess, right? Oh, look, I totally screwed over the Golden Valley. There were still Vaith armies up there from those wars going on. This is where they all are. I think they need some support. So I'm gonna command this army to go over, and what I'll do is I'll let the main force sit on that main section. Look, they've combined and they're just kind of wrecking shop over here. Yeah, we've got to go bail these guys out. Okay, so I'm gonna actually change over. We're gonna do William in the middle, myself on the flank, and Peter on this side. That way we have the organizer kind of taking us down in the right direction. I wonder if he's going to keep on traveling south. It looks like he is. Which is good. I think we can handle that. I'll change everything back up now because we're about to have a battle right here. It should be a fairly easy battle, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay, so we're good there. Oh, I didn't realize we still had this girl as a lover. That's shows how high our fertility is. So what we'll do is we'll start sieging down Salt Shore. I think that's going to attract him to bring his main bulk of his army down. I don't know all of what they're going to do, but I think all of our major forces are going to make it down here in just a minute. He's going to be outnumbered anyway. So he's won some battles. He's really only won one battle. Jane might be starting to fancy me. It's not appropriate. She doesn't have any congenital traits. Okay, let's see. We can deploy the dragon in the siege. I need to actually check on the dragon and see where he's at growth-wise. It's like, that's not a dragon. 16 martial, that's pretty good. I still think it's probably going to be, the risk is probably going to be too high for right now. Yeah, it's still 5 and 10% for maimed and wounded, and it's only a negative 25% morale. And the king's not even in there. He's in Kingsgrave, which is right here. Okay, we can. Our guys can handle it themselves. Yeah, there won't be an issue there, and the siege is almost done. That'll give us a pretty good chunk of war score. Okay. One afternoon, your wife comes over to you and begs a private word. She asks that you allow her to take one of the serving girls as her handmaiden. She says that she has become very fond of her and believes she would serve well, and the two of them would get along wonderfully. So I can lose a little bit of prestige, and she gets, or Eliana gets the title of handmaiden. Or I can make my wife unhappy. I'll take the prestige hit, that's fine. Okay, so my king, I'm pleased to report the successful siege of Salt Shore. King William Bulworth could not be found, however, so his family is there. So let's take them all into house arrest. His family anyways. Okay, so we have successfully sieged down Salt Shore, and we are now going to engage the full force of the King William. Basically, it's a kind of a roundabout way. I think he's going to end up in Nimmerwell, so I wonder if we should just go there. If that's going to be where we end up meeting him. Oh, dang. There's a Nathi who's now a dragon rider. That's impressive. Wow. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Alright. Lord Kellis, the grandson of the mountain, gaining a little bit of swordsmanship in the process. I like that. Okay, so we're actually taking this bulk of our force with us. Oh, look, they've attached. That's awesome. And now he's fleeing. Looks like somebody's fabricated a claim. I didn't mean to click off the event that quickly. But it doesn't look like they're using it. Ooh. Ooh. Quentin tore the bowels out of this guy. Eeh. Yikes. That's not a good way to go. Okay, so why are we losing? Doesn't even look like we're actually fighting in this. How are we really, we're really gonna lose this battle? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I wasn't even a commander in there. Like that would actually happen. Goodness. Like that would ever actually be the case. We're having trouble winning these battles, and it's not even like that wasn't even a good reason to lose the battle. Wow. Ravella Whitewood has decided to go ahead and use a claim on my title, despite having nothing more than a laughable and obviously fabricated document to back it up. What is that a fabrication of? The Lordship of Bear Hall, yeah. Yeah, good luck with that. Goodness, something's got to be done about her. Man. You know what? I think I know who that was. Yeah, it was. So, King Auroran's single now. Hey, hey, hey. But we're at Mega War. I don't know if I can actually influence this or not. I don't know if I can. Oh, he will accept. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna find a good match for King Auroran right now. Let's search all. Let's load up our filters. Let's look for women who are not married, not rulers, in diplomatic range, and will come to court. Let's look for actually, let's look for genius first, just because. Why wouldn't we? There's 65. I'm not gonna do that. What about quick? This girl, Tida of Grasstown, 21 intrigue. I don't know. That's I don't. I don't know. That's what we want. I don't know if that's a smart thing. I'm always wary of putting high intrigue wives to my Lord's Paramount, because we end up with a pretty crappy situation if we do that. Let's look over, or not, no, let's do any. Is there anybody we can bribe with the genius trait that fits what we're looking for? Let's see. Here's a girl, 27. That's close to what we want. That's pretty close. Let's see if we can find one that's younger. We can't. I still think that's a better situation. I still think it's a better situation than having a wife with a really high intrigue. She can serve as a great master, or, yeah. She can serve as a great master of whispers. There we go. Danelle. About that. There we go. Arranged marriage between Auroran and where is she? There she is. No. Prestige effects. Okay, so I wonder if that's because she's lowborn. It probably is. I can't raise her to nobility because she's not male. Well, there goes that plan. Is the quick girl? Wow. Really having to jump through hoops on this one. Is the quick girl... Yeah, she's at least from a noble house. I'm telling you, this is a sticky situation. I don't know that I would be super stoked about it. But it's a great congenital trait to put in, and you never know what's gonna happen, I guess. So let's do that. Let's arrange a marriage. Auroran, and where's the girl? Tida. There we go. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we can go and support that army that's right there. Actually, they're gonna lose before we even get there. We're not gonna make it before they get to the desert. So we're gonna have to attack from the Great Desert on the top. So my nephew, Atreus Bear, is of age to receive his education. Obviously, he's gonna have a martial education. And we need to spend highly, I think. Yes, I'm trying to save money, but, you know, it's one of those things. It's tough. It's really tough to save money at this point in the game. It's come to my attention that the Justiciar of Whitewood Glen, Yolanda Stark, has bribed and threatened her way through my domain, trying to get enough people to recognize a claim on my title that she has fabricated for her liege, Lord Xavier of Whitewood Glen. So another person has backed up or fabricated a claim on the lordship of Bear Hall. Another spawn. Let's check something really quick before we get too deep into that. Good. Good. Yep. Lord Manfred, prepare. Prepare. That's all I can say. Is prepare. It's time to start making a move. Wow, we're really gonna miss that battle. Like by a day. Yeah, by exactly one day. Can we make it in time? We're not gonna be able to make it. Are you kidding me? They're just like wrecking shop for no reason. And look, I'm still not a commander in this. This is insane. And at least we're gonna win. Good lord. Okay, good. That's 100% war score. Offer peace and force demands. Okay. Good. So that brings them back into the fold. Or into the fold in the first place. That title's gonna go away. Yeah, that title's gonna go away. I think. I'm still kind of up in the air. Some people want to divide, you know, the Salt Dornish from the, you know, what is it? Is it the Sand Dornish from the Salt Dornish? No, it's the Sand Dornish from the Salt Dornish. That's what it is, because it's the sea. Blah blah blah. I digress. Some people want to divide it in the middle. I don't know that I'm into that, because the Rosewoods actually owns that little county right there. I didn't know that. Didn't even actually really know that that was there. Gaston Gray. Or I hadn't paid attention to it, I guess I should say. Okay, well that covers that, and that gives us a like pretty much the basis of Dorne. We got to take Blackmont. That'll be... Yeah, he's going to be stubborn. He's going to make me declare war on him. And then we need to take this Kingdom of Sunspear, which I changed, by the way, through intrigue. Look at this guy and all of his kids. Lord. It's a lot of kids. But yes, those will be the next things to kind of round out our borders in the south. And then really the only other expansion that we'll need to do is taking the Fingers and the Sisters. And I think we can get that done. We don't have the de jure claim for some reason. I need to see what's up with that. But honestly, that's a pretty good setup we got. I think anyways. I mean, that's due to not being in friendly territory. Are you kidding me? We are in friendly territory. Let's wait till Mega War ends, and we can kind of get ourselves back and situated here. But that really does give us, you know, a good set of borders to the south. You know, pending our addition of Sunspear and Blackmont, I think, you know, we'll be in pretty good shape. Hopefully, we can just declare a Dragon Conquest and not have to worry about it. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, so Blackmont is next. So here we go. Let's no vassalization. And we can't declare war. Are you kidding me? We gotta have valid Cassius Bailey. For some reason, we don't. Probably need to like. Oh, sweet. We can. Ooh. Okay, so that's a good storyline. We'll get to that in just a minute. So in order to do that, first I want to ransom and then release. Yeah, we'll release the kids and ransom the wife. Okay, so I'm just looking through, making sure. Who are you fighting against? Don't care about that one. 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 Okay, so we're good. Those are all in fighting within the High Lordships, or with the High Lordships, not with the Lords Paramount. So it's not going to change anything there. We're still waiting on the Southwoods to finish up their war. They're winning that war, and it's like 99% against Ned up in the Northwoods. But give me 1 second. There's something interesting that we need to talk about, because if you remember, it wasn't that long ago when the current Lords Paramount of the Stormwoods, the High House Roosmont, is or was occupying this High Lordship right here in the Den. And I think they were in they were in Mossborough, and they were part of the Den and everything the Den had going on. It was part of, you know, the whole situation. So what it comes down to, or what I want to talk about, is the High Lord before Lord Paramount Eden was Lord John, the son of the original Lord Moose. So the son of Lord Moose was slain during a trial by combat. He was wrongfully imprisoned, and then when he declared a trial by combat, he was slain by Lady Paramount Ravella's husband in combat. She had imprisoned him for a very, for different reasons or difficult reasons. And so, wanting retribution, Lord Eden who was a ward, mind you, of Valor, had traveled up to the seat in Bear Hall, and stands before the High King Alix, and he offers a bit of retribution. He declares that he wants Lady Paramount Ravella removed from her seat, that her reign of tyranny is far too much for the Kingdom of the Woods to handle. He proposes that she be removed in favor of her heir, Lord Manfred. So her son, Lord Manfred of the Den. And the High King Alix, after hearing all of this, agrees to do this. Agrees that her acts of tyranny and her fabrications of claims and her general misdeeds have gone on for long enough, and it's time to put an end to those things. So she's acted dishonorably towards us. We need to imprison her, and we need retribution to be brought. And so I wanted to do the end of this episode as us giving the Torrentine, the kingdom of the Torrentine down here, to a specific character, but I'm actually going to wait. I'm going to wait on that because there's a more important and pressing matter. Now that this episode has seen claims from her spawn, like this is her bastard son, not even a member of House Whitewood. And this is not a vendetta against House Whitewood. Don't hear me say that. This is purely about Lady Paramount Ravella and her erring on the side of her mother, Lady Paramount Perianne Blackheart, and her misdeeds, and her actually murdering her husband. Yeah. Murdering her husband. And then their daughter taking after her. So, I'm going to propose this to you. We can do this one of two ways. We can either plot to kidnap her. The plot power is high enough. We can plot to kill her. Plot power is high enough. I'm not sure in character, being the just person that Alex is, that's the route he would go, but I put that before you. That's an option for us to do. Or we can go about righteous imprisonment and go to war. And I think the Lords of the Woods would be on our side. She has a non-aggression pact with House Weirwood. And that's it. So I leave it to you. Help me decide, because I'm a little torn on this. And you guys can weigh in maybe at the Q&A tonight. Or, any way that if you want to leave a comment down below, I read through all those. I try to respond to as many of them as I possibly can. But if you want to, offer a little bit of advice, join us in the Q&A tonight on the Discord server. Another thing that's a little off about Lady Ravella is she's moved the capital of the Den from the ancestral seat of Whitewood Glen over to Pendrick Hills, which, the fact that there's a gold mine there, I get it. Makes sense. But she's also just given away their ancestral seat to her bastard spawn, which is a little bit, yeah. So, help me decide if you want me to stay in character and do the righteous imprisonment, or if you think we should perform a plot. And remember the trouble that the plotting, or that the imprisonment got Valor into, and kind of sparked this whole thing. So, but I digress. I want you to weigh in, give me your pros and cons down below, and then in the next episode we'll discuss who is going to be the new Lord Paramount of what is now the Torrentine, but I believe we'll change the name of that fairly quickly. But let's take a quick look while we have this. These are the borders of the woods. Isn't that awesome? Include the South Woods in here, and even the North Woods if you want. Once we can get them to stop their fighting, we'll have them back in the fold. But yeah, it's awesome. It is so awesome to see. And we actually, these are good borders. These are good looking borders. We can hopefully declare war here and here very soon. Finish our expansion to the south, and then focus our efforts, re-up our efforts on the north very quickly. So yeah. Make sure you tune in for the Q&A tonight. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you smash that like button if that's what you're into. If you're not subscribed, I encourage you to do so. Hit the little bell icon, get notifications when new videos are dropped, and I want to know what you guys think of the newest episode of the Knights of Andalos novellas. I hope you guys are stoked about it. The release date has been dropped at the end of that video. If you didn't catch it, go back and look at it. And yeah, I'm so excited. This is so awesome. You guys are incredible. I'm always having fun making these videos, and I will see most of you tonight, but if I don't, I will see y'all next week. Peace out.
Get